Senator John McCain is campaigning in Orlando, Florida this morning. Senator, good morning to you.
Good morning.
You took some time off the campaign yesterday, Senator, to go to Washington and cast your vote on the war, and you told your colleagues in the Senate that you believe any timetable for troop withdrawal would result in failure. You also said the bill should be called the Date Certain for Surrender Act. Very passionate case before your colleagues. You lost. Your thoughts this morning, sir?
Well, I think 50 of my colleagues made a very bad decision yesterday, and I believe that there's no doubt that the President, who is the Commander-in-Chief, we will prevail. We will fund the whatever is necessary for these brave Americans who are fighting in Iraq to succeed. By the way, you had a clip that Senator Reid said it's not worth one more drop of American blood. If that's true, then why doesn't Senator Reid and the Democrats propose cutting off funding and bring them home tomorrow? Why wait 18 months?
Well, you said that
they don't want to do that. Then they would have the responsibility for what happens afterwards.
Well, I know you've said that the Democrats' vote is disingenuous.
Of course it is, because Congress has two authorities under the Constitution. One is to declare war, the other is to fund wars, not set dates for withdrawal or troop levels. That's the Commander-in-Chief's prerogative under the Constitution. I respect those who said, look, cut off the funding and bring them home tomorrow. If you think this is a worthless cause, then go right ahead. But the fact is, Meredith, we are succeeding. There are signs of progress everywhere. We have a new strategy and a new general. This war was badly mismanaged, but we are making progress, and we seem to be stuck in somewhat of a time warp.
Senator,
these men and women. Go ahead.
Talk to me about that, because 6 out of 10 Americans don't agree. They want a pullout from Iraq. So what are we missing? When you say that we are succeeding, based on what?
Yeah. I think, well, first of all, many signs of success, from the Maliki government starting to function more effectively, to play at neighborhoods in Baghdad that are largely, certainly much more secure. Our troops are out there embedded with Iraqi troops. The performance of the Iraqi military in Anbar province, the sheikhs are cooperating with our people. It's tough, it's dangerous, it's long, it's hard. Many mistakes were made, but I am confident, if given the opportunity, we can have success. And the consequences of failure are catastrophic, because if we come home, if you read Zarqawi and bin Laden, they want to follow us home.
I know that you are not ready, obviously, to embrace withdrawal, but at what point might you be, sir? What would you need to see happening in Iraq to say, okay, it is time?
Oh, I think that we will know in some months ahead in many ways, but look, the only guarantee of failure is to tell the enemy, hey, hang on, we're leaving. That's what this message, this vote yesterday tells them. I mean, a second-year cadet at West Point will tell you don't win wars by telling the enemy when you're leaving. You
know, your colleague, a Republican colleague in the Senate, Chuck Hagel, he voted in favor of the timetable, and he compared the situation to Vietnam. He is also a Vietnam vet. He also said, quote, there will not be a military solution to Iraq. Iraq belongs to the 25 million Iraqis who live there. It doesn't belong to the United States. Iraq is not a prize to be won or lost. What is your reaction to that, Senator?
There is a political and economic solution, and obviously the Iraqis need to control their own country. Right now they are not capable of doing that, and the war was badly mismanaged for nearly 4 years. Now this strategy is succeeding. I don't know why my colleagues won't give it a chance to succeed. Of course, it's always Iraq does belong to Iraqis. Vietnam belonged to Vietnamese. Korea belonged to Koreans. And by the way, public opinion was very much against continuing the Korean War. And in retrospect, we're very happy that Harry Truman had the guts to see it through.
You're in Florida campaigning, so I want to talk a little bit about your campaign, particularly the fundraising efforts. You have downplayed them recently, sir, saying they haven't been as successful as you hoped they'd be, in part because, as you put it, we haven't done a good enough job. A good enough job at what?
At raising money.
But why?
I haven't downplayed it. I just hadn't reality, because it's my fault. I haven't done a very good job at it. I'm not very good at it, and hope to get better. And we're happy with where we are, but we have some improvements to make. But in many areas, I'm very happy with the progress. In others, we got a long way to go.
Well, how could you improve it, though? I mean, you're a campaigner for years now. You must know how to raise money, sir.
Actually, Meredith, I've never been very good at it, but I'm working hard, and we're going to improve, and things will move right along. We're still in spring training, but I'm very happy where we are, and particularly in the early primary states.
Well, you're in the right place for spring training for sure in Florida. Senator John McCain, thanks very much.
Thanks, Meredith.
It is 10.